Somewhere a person is opening a payment report and it tells them they earned a commission, a customer bought something, the system says they sent that customer, and a cut of the sale is now theirs. The strange part is they did nothing. They never wrote about the product, never recommended it, never sent anyone anywhere. The buyer had never heard of them and never will. And yet the credit is real, the money is real, and somewhere an honest person who actually earned that sale just lost it. That quiet theft has a name. It is called cookie stuffing, and it is one of the oldest and most durable frauds built on top of how the internet pays people for sending it customers. To see how it works, you first have to see the honest thing it imitates. How affiliate marketing pays. Most of the web runs on a simple promise. If you send a company a customer, the company gives you a cut of what that customer spends. A reviewer links to a product, a reader clicks the link and buys, and the reviewer earns a commission. The company is happy because it only pays for results, and the reviewer is happy because their recommendation turned into income. This is affiliate marketing, and it is enormous. Almost every large online store runs a program like it, and entire businesses exist for no other reason than to send buyers toward products in exchange for a cut. The model is appealing precisely because it feels fair. Nobody gets paid for talk, only for results. A partner who sends nobody earns nothing, and a partner who sends a paying customer earns their share. The whole arrangement rests on one quiet technical question that nobody ever sees. When a sale happens, how does the company know who to thank? There is no salesperson standing in the room, no handshake, no obvious link between the person who recommended the product and the person who finally paid for it. The connection has to be reconstructed automatically after the fact from whatever traces the buyer left behind. The cookie that carries the credit. The answer, almost always, is a small file dropped into your browser called a cookie. When you click a genuine affiliate link, the company quietly tags your browser with a cookie that says, in effect, this visitor was sent by partner number such and such. The cookie sits there silently, sometimes for a day, sometimes for weeks. Later, when you buy something, the store checks your browser for that tag. If it finds one, it pays a commission to whoever the tag names. You never see this happen. There is no receipt, no notice, just a small marker riding along in your browser deciding who gets paid when you reach for your wallet. Last click wins. There is one more rule that matters more than any other, and the entire fraud hangs off it. When several partners could each claim a sale, most programs pay only one of them, and the one they pay is usually the last link clicked before the purchase. This is called last click attribution. It sounds reasonable. The last thing that nudged you toward buying probably deserves the credit. But think about what it really rewards. It does not reward the partner who actually convinced you. It rewards whoever managed to be the last tag in your browser at the moment you paid. And being the last tag is something a dishonest player can arrange without convincing anyone of anything. Stuffing the cookie. Cookie stuffing is the act of dropping that affiliate tag into your browser when you never clicked a real link at all. You visit some ordinary page, read an article, watch a video, and without any click on your part, the page quietly sets an affiliate cookie in your browser for a product you were never shown. You walk away with no idea anything happened. From that moment on, you are carrying a tag you never agreed to. If you happen to buy that product anytime soon, through any path at all, the store checks your browser, finds the planted tag, and pays a commission to the person who stuffed it. They did nothing to earn the sale except be the last marker in your browser, and last click wins. The techniques in outline, the methods all share one goal, to set the cookie without a real click, and they have been understood for a long time. The classic version hides the affiliate link inside something your browser loads automatically, like an invisible image or a tiny frame a single pixel wide. The page loads, the hidden element quietly calls the affiliate link in the background, and the tag is set. You saw nothing because there was nothing to see. Other versions are louder. A page might bounce a visitor through a fast redirect that touches the affiliate link for a fraction of a second before landing them where they expected to go. The detour is so quick the visitor reads it as a slow page load, if they notice anything at all. Some browser extensions have done it to their own users, silently swapping in the operator's affiliate tag as people shopped, turning a tool people trusted into a quiet machine for claiming credit on everything those people bought. The common thread is always the same. No genuine recommendation, no real click, just a tag planted in the dark. And because the tag itself is identical to the one an honest link would set, nothing about the cookie looks wrong when the store finally reads it. The fraud is not in the tag. It is in the missing moment of real choice that should have come before it. Stealing from the honest affiliate. It helps to be clear about who actually loses, because at first glance the buyer pays the same price either way. The first victim is the honest affiliate. Picture a reviewer who spent real effort, wrote a careful comparison, and genuinely persuaded a reader to buy. That reader clicks the honest link and gets the honest tag. Then, somewhere between that click and the purchase, the reader loads a stuffed page and a new tag overwrites the old one. When the sale completes, last click wins, and it is the stuffer's tag that gets rid. The honest reviewer did all the work and the fraudster collects the commission. Nothing looks broken to anyone involved. The reviewer just sees a sale that mysteriously never paid out. Stealing from the merchant loses too, in a slower way. A company runs an affiliate program because it wants to pay for customers it would not have won on its own. That is the entire deal. It agrees to share revenue in exchange for genuine new business, the kind of customer who would never have shown up without a partner pointing the way. The stuffer targets people who were already going to buy, plants a tag, and collects a commission on a sale the company would have made anyway. The company pays out as if a partner delivered a customer. When no customer was delivered, it is paying a finder's fee to someone who found nothing. Multiply that across a large program, and the leak becomes real money flowing out for value that was never created. Why it stays hidden. What makes this fraud durable is that every single piece of it looks normal on its own. A cookie being set is normal. A sale being attributed to a partner is normal. A commission being paid is normal. There is no alarm that fires when a tag is planted, because planting a tag is exactly what an honest link does too. The only difference is the click that should have come first and did not. And the buyer, the one person who could notice, never feels a thing. The price is the same, the product is the same, the checkout is the same. The only change is invisible and happens behind the scenes, in the quiet question of who gets thanked for the sale. A fraud nobody can feel is a fraud that can run for years. How networks catch it. Against this sits the affiliate network, the company that sits between merchants and partners and actually pays out the commissions. Catching cookie stuffing is a large part of what they do, and they do it the same way most fraud gets caught. Not by watching a single event, but by watching the shape of all of them together. The first signal is the ratio between clicks and sales. An honest affiliate sends a flood of visitors and converts a small fraction of them, because that is how persuasion works. Most people who click do not buy. A stuffer is the opposite. They generate very few real visits, but an unusually high number of sales get attributed to them, because they are not persuading anyone. They are tagging people who were going to buy regardless. That lopsided click-to-sale ratio is one of the loudest tells there is. The missing referral traffic. The second signal is the absence of a real audience. A genuine affiliate has a place people come from. A blog, a channel, a newsletter, somewhere visitors are actually reading a recommendation before they click. That referring source shows up in the data, and you can go look at it and see real content sending real people. A cookie stuffer has none of that. The commissions roll in, but there is no visible source feeding them. No page where anyone is being convinced of anything. No audience that matches the volume of sales. When a partner produces sales out of what looks like empty air, with no traffic source that explains them, that emptiness is itself the evidence. Timing and cookie anomalies. The third signal is in the timing. An honest cookie tends to be set when someone reads a recommendation and clicks, and then a purchase may follow some natural, while later. The rhythm looks like human attention, browsing, considering, deciding. Stuffed cookies often betray themselves. Enormous numbers of cookies set in moments with no corresponding clicks. Tags appearing on people who show no sign of ever having visited the affiliate. Cookies planted and then cashed in suspiciously fast, or set in volumes no real page could ever produce by hand. Networks watch for these mismatches between how many tags were planted and how much genuine activity could possibly explain them. And the gap gives the game away, a case that set the tone. The most famous example became a genuine legal matter rather than just a policy dispute. Years ago, on one of the largest sales platforms on the internet, an operator ran a long campaign that quietly stuffed affiliate cookies into the browsers of huge numbers of shoppers, claiming commissions on sales they had nothing to do with. It ran for a long time, and the amounts involved climbed into the millions before anyone managed to prove what was happening. The reason it lasted is the reason all of this lasts. Each individual commission looked perfectly ordinary, and only the aggregate, examined carefully over time, revealed a partner producing far more sales than their visible audience could possibly explain. By the time the pattern was undeniable, the operation had been quietly skimming a major program for years. What made the case land was that it was eventually treated as fraud in the plain sense, not just a violation of some terms of service. It established the simple principle the whole topic rests on. Claiming credit for a sale you did not earn by planting a tag the buyer never agreed to is not clever marketing. It is taking money for work you did not do. Why a system that pays for credit invites forgery? Step back and the lesson is bigger than cookies. Any system that pays people for credit rather than for the underlying work is quietly inviting someone to forge the credit. The moment the reward attaches to a marker instead of to the real act, the marker becomes the target, and the real act becomes optional. Affiliate marketing pays for a tag that stands in for a recommendation. Cookie stuffing simply manufactures the tag and skips the recommendation. It is the same pattern that runs underneath so much online fraud: attention that pays for a counted view, advertising that pays for a counted click. Wherever a number stands in for a real thing of value, somebody will eventually learn to produce the number without the thing. The only real defense is to keep checking whether the credit was ever earned. If this kind of breakdown is your thing, subscribe and follow the rabbit hole. There is a hidden machine behind almost everything online, and once you see how credit gets assigned, you start noticing how often it gets forged. Next time we follow the money in the other direction to the buyer who lies instead of the seller. The item that supposedly never arrived, the refund claimed on a package sitting in someone's hallway, and the quiet systems retailers use to tell a real lost parcel from a paid one. That one is called refund fraud. How retailers catch the "it never arrived" scam.